Well, once the logo has been developed, I think it's an excellent idea to try it out in a working environment. So here I have a proper drawing, a proper design. I'm looking at an A2 sheet here, which is a good size sheet to print off one-to-one and give to a client as a record of the final design. Let me zoom extend. So here's the design sitting on a sheet. Down at the bottom I have a title block with a logo in it. I'm in favour of relatively small and refined title blocks like this one, but if you're accepting authority, like a local authority wants a technical presentation, and I've done that on an A3 plan here, and if I come out you can see the title block here, and they may want a gridded border around this. The title block is larger, but in each occasion it's a block sitting there. Let me just go back to the one that I prefer on the A2 sheet, and as I look at it I'm not convinced that that line around the logo is a good idea. So if I pick the logo I can edit the block. All we did there, and then I can edit it again, all we did there was to click in here and we made it a filled rectangle with a border. So let's take the border off and close it and unselect all. So I am in fact a lot happier with that. So let's zoom extents, and I would then try a plot or print to PDF, and I'd do that by going File and Print, and I'd select the PDFWriter in this case because I'm in the crossover environment. I've got an A2 sheet and it's in landscape, and I want to change the properties, and I want 2400, and I'll apply that and we'll OK it. We're going to print in landscape to the paper. Notice that the scale is 1:1002. I can take off the fit to paper and I'll OK that, and while it's printing we'll just check that it's a fixed 1:100 scale. So the print is happening in background now, and shortly I'll be able to get control of the cursor back again. We'll be able to check by clicking on the floating viewport over here, and yes, our designer has set a fixed scale of 1:200. So to update the records in here, we can jump in there and again go through that edit block, and we want to change that piece of text to 1:200 at A2, and we're done. What I've not done, and I recommend that in all cases like this, I've not put a scale bar in, and I'd put the scale bar in model space. Well, you may remember that we generated a PDF file in background while we were doing other work, and we can locate the PDF files, the output from our printer, by navigating to its location. It's a little tricky to find. You go to your iMac or Mac, and then to the Mac operating system, to Users, then Shared, then PDFWriter and my name, and there's the list, and they're in order, and they increment. So if we want to look at number 53, we can open it up and open it with, I would recommend using Acrobat Reader, and we'll be now looking at that high resolution. There's our logo and whatever just visible on the right hand side. I'd recommend we rotate the view clockwise, and then I'll shrink our view a little, and there we can see the whole of the sheet, and I'm pretty happy with that. Let's magnify it and pan, and we can have a look at most of it anyway. The detail in there is Unfortunately, the thing that's just missing, I'm not capturing the logo, but I'm very happy with that as a print. Well, because this is quite a large site, I've put a 10-metre scale in, and we'll need a north point. So we'll go to the library and details and north, and we'll pick one of the north indicators in here. This will do. Open it up and insert it into the drawing and pop it there. Now it's in model space, and these will appear. What I'll just do is move gCADPlus better into my area. So now that will appear in our layout view. So there we are. So let's summarize. We've developed this block. Let's pick it and edit it. So I've created the block using a rectangle with a corner radius. I've put some text in here. The text that I really need to replace in this thing have been done in one font. That's the Fred Blogs text, and that's in an Arial narrow font. I've used a series of lines. The information that won't change, I've just left in a standard text font, and we now know that you'll perhaps take my word for it that the logo now and the rest of the information in here presents very nicely. So this is a block, and you'll be able to use this title block in many other drawings.